Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Getting to Know You, an Owners Club exclusive podcast. Right now, before we go any further, hit the subscribe button down below. Give us a like. Let us know you're here. Today's featured guest is Heidi Pliam. To learn all about Heidi and what she is working on these days in Owners Club, let's start with Heidi. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh my gosh, we're getting existential already. I'm a mother, I am a sister, all those good things. But in business, I'm a lawyer. Actually, am an active licensed lawyer. I have a few clients I take in the state of Minnesota where I'm licensed. I don't go outside of that. I'm a real estate investor, deal maker, and a lifelong entrepreneur. I was one of those kids who sold, oh my gosh, I'm totally going to geek out here, but I sold stamps and coins in middle school. I don't think it lasted till high school, but candy, stamp, like I was an entrepreneur through and through. Um, my whole life. That is who I am. And right now I'm the leader of a multifamily orbit team for the community, which has just been a blast.
That's so funny about the stamps and the coins. I also sold candy in the third grade as an 8-year-old before
Yeah.
school until I got in trouble for doing it. And so tell us about your real estate journey and what brought you to Owners Club to squat up this past year.
Funny thing is, I went into law school thinking that one of the things I probably would do is be a real estate attorney. And I didn't go there in law school. I had a prior tech background, so I went into computer law and internet and started a website right out of law school, which was the beginning of the internet. So from there, I really got distracted and hijacked, and I didn't do anything in real estate until I bought my first duplex in 2002, creatively, of course. And I've done everything with it: house hacking, Airbnb, rental, like everything. Also raised my kids in it. That was always a really good decision. Well, then it took until 2014. I saw an opportunity for a mixed use, went and bought it with a partner, again, creatively. And that's where I really got bit by the entrepreneurial or real estate bug in particular, because what I realized, I was trying to help in my law firm people become financially free through entrepreneurship and small business. What I realized about real estate was, oh my gosh, this business plan is well known. And that means you can get cheap or free education and partners, and you can get money for it. So I converted immediately from that point forward to just all in on real estate, and converted my law practice from more of an intellectual property over to deal making and helping real estate investors, basically deal makers. So that's what I'm doing there. But how did I get to Squad Up? I wanted my nephew to join, my nephews and nieces to join. So I actually needed a tax deduction at the end of 2022. Bought uh, the sub two thing for my nieces and nephews, but nobody ever did anything with it. So it kind of sat there. I was thinking, I was in another coaching program, and I was thinking, maybe, I should look at this thing. Squat Up Summit 2024 was coming up. And I thought, what's this whole thing about with Pace and Jamel? And I decided to sign up and went to Squad Up, and was immediately smitten by the caliber of people there. They're my people. And when I heard about Owners Club, and I realized that's where I belong. It didn't take much for me to realize, like, these are my people. This is where I need to go. And sure enough, that has absolutely proven to be true. In fact, I remember on picture day with Pace and Jamel, day one of Owners Club last year, and they didn't know me. I'd never really talked to them. And I'm standing in line, and I'm like, this has changed my life already. Paste looks at me incredulous, like, what? We just got started. Are you insane? But it was true, because I had met my people. So we had spent the day introducing each other around and networking and stuff. I had gone from somebody who was considered crazy amongst my friend group for thinking ambitiously about how to change the world through real estate projects and all the great social things, from tiny home communities to reinventing the way that seniors live well together. And I had been working on that through Blossom Community as one of my companies. And I was in total isolation with this, and it wears on you when nobody you talk to speaks your language or thinks you're crazy. And so I got there, and I'm like, oh my God, all the things I've been talking about doing, there's people doing it and talking about doing it as well. So I have found my tribe 100%.
So you are an original gangster. We like to say an OG OC. First year founding member and now second year as well.
It's the greatest group I've been a part of.
You mentioned deal maker a couple times. For our audience that doesn't know what that is, can you give us some more on that?
I consider myself a deal maker. We used to call it entrepreneur, sort of like wheel and deal. We both had it in our childhood. It's probably in our DNA. But you're looking for opportunities and how can you fix problems? To me, those are deal makers. They're just bridging gaps. My law practice now has rebranded under I help deal makers. I think of it as two asset classes, real estate and business buying and selling.
So tell us, what are you working on today? What is your model in your real estate business?
Couple things. My Mount Everest is to build 100 micro communities, which I use that term to distinguish from co-living, although they're potentially very overlapping as well. But to me, a micro community is buy up a city block, or half a block in the case of the current project, where we actually have a child care that we're building from ground up in Moorhead, Minnesota. And then we're going to buy the apartments around it and turn those into 55 plus senior, sort of pre-assisted living, but get a senior culture going there and make it a multi-generational micro community. I'm working with a fantastic partner. It's a nonprofit childcare that's already in the sister city doing amazing things, going way beyond the mission of what a typical childcare would do. So that has become one of the main things that I'm trying to move forward. These things are very slow because you got to wait for the financial stuff to come through, and we're waiting on some assessments with the new market tax credit program. And we did get the land from the city under an option agreement, and we're working through the steps that you need to. Did a lot of land pre-development and the inspections and all those things. Got some architectural plans. So it's definitely underway. It just feels infinitely slow from my usual way of doing things very quickly, but it's super rewarding. I could see this being a model for future projects as well as doing this for-profit, nonprofit partnership, which really intrigues me. So that's the Mount Everest side. And for active income, I am working on multifamily acquisitions. I've started an orbit team within the community, and it's kind of going gangbusters. We're getting a lot of interest, and we're just getting it off the ground in some sense. Kind of took a couple of months to get enough people and the deal flow and the systems. We're still working on those systems. That's been a little bit of a hang up. Pretty much full-time major focus on right now is getting that team up and going. But it's been awesome. There's nothing more rewarding than to help people who have a vision and a hope alive, but they don't know the hows. And the team is for anybody who thinks that they might want to be in multifamily, but they don't have a clue how. We are creating this easy, gentle pathway forward for people, maybe to just do tire kicking. But at the same time, we're also attracting people with incredible amount of experience. In fact, one of the executive team members, Stephen Lower, he flipped $750 million of multifamily properties in Canada. So he's part of this, and we're just connecting to the community. The way I see it is we're wedging on this side and we're wedging on this side, and some of them maybe we'll keep ourselves, and we're going to try our hand collectively on syndication for the right properties. But I just see us as finding solutions for all spectrum of people in multifamily within the community. It's only open to the community, at least for now, but that's what we're working on is, creating that pathway for more people to become experts in multifamily and learn by doing.
It's only open to the community. Do you mean Owners Club, or do you also mean Sub2 and Gator as well, Pace's communities as a whole?
Pace and Jamel, Astro as well. So the whole thing.
So you do have to be a member of one of those communities in order to join this Orbit team with Heidi and her executive team. That's really cool. That's exciting.
We might open it up for pay later, but it's free to everybody in the community.
So what do you need right now? How can someone bring value to you?
My main focus is getting this team up and going. So any experts in multifamily, I have an abundance mindset. Like, we're in a community, everybody can help each other. I don't see us as competitors, and there are other people working on multifamily, but I'm trying to work and do partnerships with them, sharing deals, bringing deals, buying deals. I'm working the wedge on both sides, partnering all around. We are looking for subject matter experts in multifamily to come join the team. And we are doing things like launching this week direct to seller calls for multifamily, but we're doing it as a team, and anybody on the team can come and participate in those call sessions. We're looking at other acquisition strategies that we will be adding, but one by one strategically. And so anybody with expertise, we definitely want to partner with you. If buyers, sellers, it's all multifamily all the time. Everybody can bring value. We just have to figure out where to plug you in.
How do you like to be contacted?
Discord. Honestly, now that we got it up and going, and I went from hating Discord to loving Discord, and now I see like this is really the way to go, and it's just the best thing. And my multifamily orbit team has its own Discord as well, so I'm on there all the time. That is definitely the best way to reach out. I have social media, Facebook and Instagram, but one look at that, you'll see I neglect it. So that's probably the best way. For people who have deals, you can send multifamily deals to deals@heidibuys.com. If you want to get on the team, you can go to heidibuys.com, and there's a link specifically for people who want to get on the team.
I will put that in the show notes below, her website, her deal link, and we'll bring some value to Heidi. Everyone here, please leave a comment, some edifying comments for Heidi. Tell her she did a great job. We're going to get this on her Instagram so we can help promote that as well. Shout to the world what you're working on and what you're doing, because your future team is out there. So I hope that this brought them some value as well.
The work you're doing here to get people to know each other on Owners Club is invaluable. I'm listening all the time. Thank you so much for your service and bringing this to the whole community.
I found it to be really fun. I didn't expect it to be fun. And yet here I am having a blast. And so you can join the community and get on our Creative Campus Discord with everyone. Have a good day, Heidi. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.